Greetings and grand rising, people of the sun. Welcome to Messages from the Waters. I am coming on here to bring a message to the chosen regarding the subject of inheritance. Now, this message came because lately I've been having a series of dreams. And in this dream, there's an individual that always seems to come and interrupt the things that I've been giving. So, for example, in one of the dreams that I had, the individual, for some reason, had taken 3 headscarves of mine, and I wasn't quite sure how the individual got those scarves. And even as I'm speaking, Spirit is speaking to me, and I received this card right here. And I will tell you the purpose of let's just leave it here. Okay. So just to continue with the dream, in the dream, I saw that 3 of my headscarves had just mysteriously gotten on this individual's head. And in the dream, I wasn't sure how they got those headscarves. And especially because the headscarves, and there was 3 of my headscarves, especially because the headscarves were hidden under one of theirs. So basically, when you're looking at this individual, you can't tell that they're wearing my headscarves because it's wrapped up underneath theirs. And then on another occasion, I dreamt that this individual was present as well. This entity, whatever it was present, and I was given a dress, and for whatever reason, this individual was just consumed with trying to claim this dress that wasn't theirs. But whoever it is that had given me the dress said, "Don't worry. Whatever it is that you have, I have something greater for you." If they don't have it, if they don't have a dress, you can give them that one, since they're so consumed with having, a dress, but not just a dress, the dress that you were given. And from these dreams, the message that I received is that for many of us, we have been promised a great amount of abundance. We have been promised our inheritance. We have put in the work, the spiritual work that is necessary to evolve. We have put in the work in order to achieve the promise that the Most High has given us. But there are entities out there whose sole purpose it is to take from under us what is rightfully ours. And that is our inheritance, our abundance, the divine promise that's been given to us as chosen people. And this message is to basically assure that we know how to walk into our abundance. We know how to attain the promises that's been promised to us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask the divine and our spiritual families, invisible, to give us a message regarding, walking into our abundance, attaining our inheritance. And for many of us, we know that this is something that is very near. We know that these promises that's been, shown to us, intuitively are right around the corner. But at the same time, there are entities, there are, in the spiritual realm, entities, people, organizations, so on and so forth, karmics, as a lot would call them, whose sole purpose is to assure that they take what is rightfully ours. And so we are asking the divine to provide a message for us today, to give us a message in regards to this message of abundance, and in order for us to know what direction we are to take. And as many of you saw earlier, this is the card that came out as I was shuffling, and I hadn't even asked the question yet, but this is the message that came out from Spirit. Okay, this is in tarot, it is 7 of Wands. And on here, I like this deck because this is great for beginners. On here you can see that there's great fire energy, and as many of you know, and actually coincidentally, today is Sunday, and many of you may know that Sunday corresponds to the energy of the divine sun. And the card that came out is the 7 of Wands, which is definitely a lot of fire energy, And you see the message here. It says, standing up for your beliefs, fighting your corner. It's protective, it's defensive, determined, challenging, opposing, stamina, holding your own, taking high road, maintaining control, territorial, assertive. So the message actually came before I even asked the question. And this is the way it works with the divine. The divine knows exactly what it is that we need. The divine knows what we're going through, what we're experiencing. So for many of you experiencing these, karmics who are intent on, stealing from you, taking from you what is rightfully yours, your abundance, your inheritance. For those of you who are dealing with that, because I know many of us have gone through cycles. We've done the work. We've gone through a great amount of transformation. I know for me last year, I went through a massive transformation and still going through transformation. So many of you have done the work to earn the position that you're in now, which is you're in a position to claim your abundance, to claim your inheritance. And best believe that there are people, entities, organizations, karmics as we call it, and sometimes they come in the form of friends, they come in the form of family, they come in the form of unknown, systemic organizations that we don't even know of, but we know that they're constantly watching. So for those of you who've done the work and are ready to walk into your abundance, Spirit wants you to know to stand your ground, okay? And Spirit also wants you to know that you are divinely protected. And I think I know that there's a connection to the divine sun. You are divinely protected. And Spirit also wants you to know to connect with the energy of the sun. There was a time, when our ancestors used to wake up early and commune with the sun and receive divine messages from the sun. So that's one of the things that we get to do as children of the divine. We are children of the divine. And the ancient Egyptians believed that the sun had great protective power. And there's so much more to that. But the sun is definitely, an entity that is coming through here, and the divine sun wants you to connect with it, to do the work that is necessary in order for you to go back to your source, to know the power of the sun, to know the power of working with the element of fire, which is also today's element. And Sunday corresponds to the energy of the sun, and this is why it's referred to as Sunday, because it corresponds to the sun energy. So especially on days like today, one of the things that you definitely want to do is do your spiritual work. Continue to do your spiritual work. That's also something else Spirit is asking you to do in order to, as you are walking into your abundance, to do your spiritual work, to remember the importance of working with the sun element, which is a very powerful element. The sun is the largest, some people would say that it's a star or it's the largest, part of our solar system, and it provides so much, in terms of our spiritual growth. And many of us don't connect with the energy of the sun enough. And so Spirit is asking, as you are getting ready to walk into your abundance, to connect with the energy of the sun. And also be mindful of the days of the week. Be mindful of the days of the week, and be mindful of the elements that you're working with. As you see here in this card, it's got a lot of fire element, a lot of orange. So these are some of the colors that you also want to work with on Sundays as well, to acknowledge those colors in terms of what you wear, in terms of the foods that you consume. You see, there was a time when we worked in great balance with the divine universe. All things, all entities know how to walk in balance with the divine universe. And we, as people of the sun, were created to walk in balance. And I believe that, because of the foods that we've consumed, the negative messages that we've received, by way of programming, because of these things, we've walked away from, that walking in balance. We've kind of been thrown off balance. And so it is our duty to do the spiritual work, to assert that we fall back, or we rise in order to attain the divine balance of the universe, to walk in balance of the universe. So Spirit is telling you right now to stand up for your beliefs, fight your corner, know that you are protected, know that you don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel like you have to, defend yourself on your own. You are protected, you are provided for. But as you walk with this knowledge, also keep being determined, keep standing your ground, keep challenging whatever sources that may be trying to throw you off balance, or whatever sources that may be fighting to get your inheritance. And know that you are divinely protected, that the universe and all that walks with you, all the sources, all the divine, are with you, and you have nothing to fear. So that is your message for the day. And again, this is message for all the chosen, and much love and peace.